Today's topic is all about if you want something, want it for others. This is a beautiful concept I first learned from Deepak Chopra in the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, but also recently through more Wayne Dyer books and as I've been deepening my spiritual journey. I really wanted to share this concept with you because I think it is really wonderful. And I also wanted to share a concept from Dr. Wayne Dyer's The Power of Intention of if you are a positive person and you send out positive rays, positive energy, positive vibes, whatever you want to call it, you can apparently affect up to 9,000 or was it 90,000 people around you in the universe. Our positive energy towards others really not only selfishly, of course, helps us manifest, but it really allows us to make the world a better place. And if you are on a spiritual journey, I'm sure that is something that you would really like to see happen. I know for those of us who watch this channel just for manifesting, I can honestly guarantee you that when you do extend a helping hand or a mindset that's geared toward helping others, your manifestations come true so much quicker, just like that. So if you want to learn more about this topic today with me, stay tuned right till the end where I give you all the tips of how I really like to push my positive energy onto others and strangers, people I don't even know, just wishing well for everyone and how it's been benefiting me. Anyway, if you are new to this channel, then welcome to Temple of Sunshine on YouTube. Welcome to templeofsunshine.com as well. And if you're not new, then welcome back. It's lovely to see you again. Let's not waste more time. Let's get straight into the video. I intend to keep today not so long, but grab your tea, grab your coffee, and let's have a spiritual chat today. So, Deepak Chopra always says if you intend to get rich, then try and help others become rich. So, this can also be in many different ways. Rich doesn't always mean in monetary value. So for example, if you are trying to manifest wealth, maybe buying from a small business that you know of, hint hint, templeofsunshine.com, but that's not my point. Let's say you know a friend with a small business and you are trying to get rich yourself in your own life. And as you should wish for your own prosperity, right? Desire is normal. So if you are trying to get rich, helping others be rich by contributing to the economy, like helping your friend's small business, maybe donating clothes, maybe giving money to a homeless person that you see on the street, if possible, if you have change in this modern world where no one keeps cash. It could also mean something less sort of good karma like investing in the stock market. You're putting money into the economy. That's how I like to view it. He explains money as a cycle. When you're giving something out, when you're giving energy out, it always comes back. So the same thing is with love, the same thing is with happiness, with joy. So I want to actually talk to you about something I did recently, and I don't know if sort of my energy helped, but it definitely, I felt, helped speed up the manifestation for my friends recently when I wished well upon them. So I have a really good friend joining a grad scheme that I actually was on 3 years ago. A grad scheme, pretty much for anybody who doesn't know what that is, it's when you graduate from university, you can join a grad scheme at certain companies where they train you up for a job. So my friend is joining that, and she was waiting for a start date for a really long time with coronavirus. And she was struggling, of course, because, you know, it's a nervous time when you're joining a new job and they keep pushing your start date further and further away. So what I did was I set an intention, and with the pure positivity in my heart, in meditation, I asked in almost a prayer that this issue would be sorted out for my friend. She then messaged me a few days later, not even joking, saying that she had some sort of confirmed start date, or start month at least. I don't remember now, but I remember feeling intense joy within me that my prayer might have contributed to this. I don't know if it did. I don't know if it's the reason, but I definitely was a part of making my friend's life better. Same recently with my friend who's moving house with her partner. She's bought her first house, and that's so amazing. I'm so happy for her. She was telling me that they had lots of problems with trying to get their estate agent and lawyer and the current owners of the house to move out so that they could move in, and they just weren't getting a move-in date. She had piles and piles of new furniture stacking up, and she was really worried essentially about how she was going to just organize it all. And obviously she wanted to move in already because she's just bought her first home. Like, who doesn't want to just move in already? So I also sent out a bit of a silent prayer that it would all work out and get sorted. Just 2 days ago, she messaged me going, we finally have a date, and I think it's next week or week after. And it just, once again, warmed my heart knowing that I could be part of someone's happiness, should I say. I've spread joy and positivity through my intention, and I don't know if it was because of my intention or not, but I know that it definitely contributed, and that makes me feel really good. So how does this help me? You're probably watching this and thinking, well, what's in it for me? I understand that it's nice and it's loving and it's kind, but what's in it for me? My eyes lit up this morning when I did my Deepak Chopra and Oprah meditation, and Oprah said, karma or energy in this world, it always, what you give out comes back. So karma, to a lot of people, they think it's doing a good deed and it coming back to you, and vice versa if you do something bad. That's not always what karma means. In ancient Hindu texts, i.e. the Bhagavad Gita, it's explained that karma is not simply when we give something out in terms of a good deed, i.e. I donate to charity or I help an old lady across the road. It's not that. Karma is also just simply your daily work. So when you are giving out something into the universe with kindness, love, and positive intention, whatever it is, right? Even if that's like something really mundane, like doing a spreadsheet at work. If you do that with, I guess you can't put kindness, but with passion and devotion to your work, that will come back to you in a positive some way, because you've given out passion, love, and devotion, and that will come back. So Oprah, and my mum says this all the time from when I was a young girl, she says every action has an equal and opposite reaction. I believe that this was said by either Einstein or Newton, but also is a core philosophy in Hinduism, and that is the whole concept of karma. It's not always I do a good deed, good happens to me. It's also the point of, the door just opened on its own. It's also the whole concept of, if I do something with good intention comes back to me somehow in this lovely universe that is a cycle. Okay, so what I was saying earlier about the 90,000 individuals that you can affect through positive energy. So I'm just going to read this out from The Power of Intention by Dr. Wayne Dyer. Hope you're ready. So one individual who lives and vibrates to the energy of optimism and willingness to be non-judgmental of others will counterbalance the negative of 90,000 individuals who calibrate at lower awakening levels. And of course it goes on for even more, like you can end up actually affecting 70 million people if you have really, really good energy. But he's saying that like very few people actually, reach that, because those are literally like people like, I don't know, Mother Teresa or the Dalai Lama. But basically 90,000 individuals is pretty amazing, and all you have to do is vibrate a little higher. So commit to being positive and optimistic, and of course trying willingness to be non-judgmental. So not even being perfectly non-judgmental, just trying. So how does this work, you're probably wondering? So it works from you being a energy center. Imagine yourself as a transmitter of power. This is what they describe human beings as in The Secret. They say that we're full of energy and we vibrate at a certain energy, just like radio waves work. If I tune my radio to 100, it will give me the radio channel that's at 100, right? So just in that way, we can match up to the vibrations of happiness, joy, love, but we can also have really negative vibrations of anger, resentment, greed. I'll put the Dr. David Hawkins scale of consciousness up here so you can see all the different levels of, vibration. So essentially what Wayne is saying, that when we're full of positive energy, we pass that on to others just by interacting with them or walking past them. You can obviously feel sometimes when you're speaking to someone if they're not happy with you, or maybe sometimes having a bad day and it's got nothing to do with you, but you can feel when someone you really love and care about is in a bad mood. Why is that? They haven't said anything to you, they haven't, acted differently, they've just tried to cover it up. How do you know? You can feel that energy, you can feel those vibes, you can feel when sometimes someone is hostile towards you, even if they haven't, said anything, or when people are really passive aggressive and they're smiling, but they're being really like horrible inside. You can feel that. People are energy centers and we can feel other energies. So when we're emitting positive, happy, loving energy, I get comments on my videos sometimes saying you have really good energy, because I really intend to pass this positive energy on to everyone that I meet. It's a huge goal of mine to have people feel happy after interacting with me. So you can definitely affect 90,000 people. He also explains that when there's conflict, like he saw a mother and a toddler in like a screaming match in a store that he was in, and he just simply silently stood, like obviously near them, he was already near them, and he engaged inwards, and he just thought about his energy being positive, love and full of kindness and spreading outwards towards them, and it diffused the situation apparently. And I truly believe these things can work. You know, there's so many energy healers out there, shamans and whatnot, and I'm not arrogant enough to say that all that doesn't work. I'm sure it does, and if they can heal your energy, you can heal other people's energy just by being a positive energy around them. I have friends, and this is not to be boastful, but they say that they feel really, really good after going to dinner with me or just having a phone call with me, and that's because I think I keep my energy positive and I intend for positivity for all. So now I just want to go on to some tips of how I try to spread positive energy as much as possible to everyone. And of course, sometimes it has a selfish intention of I want good things to manifest for me. So when I give out good, it comes back to me. And it doesn't always mean, like I said, donating or whatnot. So let's get straight into that and how exactly I spread positivity. So while we're on the topic, my first tip is going to be using the power of intention. So Wayne Dyer said there are 7 faces of intention, and I'm going to speak about a few very specifically on this topic. So love, kindness and beauty are 3 of the 7 faces of intention that he speaks about. Soon I'll be doing a book review on this, so stay tuned for that. I don't want to give you all of them just now. But the whole point is to see where you can provide love in any situation, where you can find beauty in a situation, and where you can find the opportunity to be kind in a situation. So when I find myself having a judgmental thought, maybe I walk past someone and I think, I don't really like this about them, and it's just totally uncalled for, super rude, I rein myself in, I am acknowledging that that was judgmental and rude, and they say something nice about them. I'm like, well, actually, I really like their hair, or actually, for example, there were like these boys on the tube when I went out to dinner last week, and they just had this really loud speaker and they were playing like really loud drum and bass, and it was so loud that nobody on the tube carriage could think or do of anything else. And I just remember thinking, well, that's really annoying. And I was like, wait, that's judgment. And of course, it's natural to be judgmental in those situations. Like, I'd like to see how many people weren't judging them on that tube. But then I was like, no, the more spiritual side in me, actually, I see beauty in the fact that they are so comfortable with themselves that they think their music's so great that everybody's gonna love it. And I also find beauty in the fact that they're trying to entertain the carriage, they're trying to lift the mood, they're having a good time, and they want everyone else to. And of course, I finally just tried to see beauty in the situation, that it was humorous, it was funny, and I just had to let go of being so serious and uptight and just enjoy this really annoying music. And even though I didn't enjoy it, I enjoyed watching how much fun that they were having, you know? So try and find beauty, love and kindness in any situation. If someone's being really angry and horrible and hostile towards you, face it with love. Try and understand from their perspective why they're feeling so angry and hostile. Like what's made them so upset. View it with love, view it with kindness. Find beauty in everything that you possibly can. Now that could be a video in itself, but let's move on. I also have learnt from The Magic by Rhonda Byrne of this concept of magic dust. So it's basically you pretending to sprinkle dust in things that's like sparkly and cute, and it just brings positivity to that situation. So she said that there's lots of like service providers, right? So we have bin men, we have cleaners, we have mailmen, like, and women. We have people that do all these jobs in the service industry, waiters, waitresses, I could go on. These guys work really, really hard to serve us, right? They really provide an amazing service, and without them, it would be really difficult in society to actually, you know, go on without these people. So what Rhonda Byrne says is silently pretend to sprinkle magic dust on someone who is serving you or providing a service, especially when you walk past someone. Like, for example, whenever I walk past the people who cut the lawn in my local area, keeping everything beautiful and that fresh smell of grass and everything, I always imagine sprinkling like magic dust on them. And I always send a little prayer that I want for them the same that I want for myself, which is health, prosperity, love, and just happiness. And I wish these 4 things on everybody that I meet when I possibly can. Sometimes, obviously, I don't always remember. Whenever I walk past someone on the street, or whenever I drive past someone, or interact with someone, when I remember, I always wish these 4 things on them. And that's because I want it for myself and all the people in my life who I want happiness, prosperity, love, and abundance for. Whatever the fourth one was, I think health. Whatever I want for these people in my life, I want for others, because I just want everyone to prosper. And finally, of course, there is the concept of giving where I can. I don't like to push on this too much because not everybody is in the state of giving, but when I'm trying to manifest more money in my life, I definitely give away money where I can, in tips, although it's not really so common to tip in the UK as it isn't if you're watching this from America. It's just not really a thing here. So rather than tipping, I definitely like to donate to causes that are important to me, or maybe important to my friends. If I see a fundraiser here and there, I try and give what I can. Not always huge amounts. Sometimes I'm feeling more generous than other times. On this topic, I also like to give to businesses that I've been reluctant to spend on in the past, but I know are good for me. So recently, for example, the Deepak Chopra app is about £70 per year annual subscription. And initially you think, oh, I'm not going to spend £70 on an app. Like, it doesn't matter how rich you are, guys. I know that people will have resistance to spending that kind of money on things like self-development, but we won't think twice on paying £70 on, I don't know, a night of drinks with friends on Friday night, or I don't know, clothes, but we will think a million times over on spending that on a meditation app. So to really push my mindset to become more of an abundant mindset, I went ahead and bought the app for the year because I love it and I'm using it every day, so why not? So this is giving to, well, not just Deepak, but all the people who work on the app and the company itself. I know a lot of you might have resistance around giving money to a company because you're like, they're a big corporation, why do they need it? And I understand that, but when you send something out that you want for yourself, i.e. prosperity for my own company, you are once again contributing to the cycle of prosperity. So when it comes out of you, it does come back to you, and you are doing good overall. And finally, as I touched on this earlier, if you have a friend who is going through a dilemma, or you know that somebody is, struggling with something, always say a silent prayer, either in your meditation or in general, that things get sorted out for them. Try and imagine the perfect outcome for them and really just wish and pray on their behalf that it gets sorted out. And you may even get a call 2 days later saying, it's finally been confirmed, and you may feel really positive inside knowing that you are part of that positive change in their life, a source of happiness in their life. And that feels amazing. There is no bigger rewarding feeling than that, and that keeps you in a high vibration. And we all know when you're in a high vibration, i.e. a good mood, that's when you manifest. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please do like it, and please do subscribe to this channel. It helps me out so very much. You probably don't even know how much it helps me out. And as always, please forward this to a friend if they could make use of it. Anyway, till next time, love you lots, guys.